silence has been demonized as a communication method on social media. Relationship coaches are increasingly advocating for open conversation, but there are cases where silence speaks louder than words and is used as a protective measure. Want to know why? Then stay tuned until the end of the video because I can assure you that you should know it. Before we begin, let's do a trivia question. Do you know how long it takes for a person to fall in love? The best answers will be featured in the next video. Let's get started. When a man chooses silence, it can reduce the amount of energy he invests in the relationship and allow him to step back to assess his feelings and the situation. However, often, a woman may perceive this silence as a lack of interest, leading to concerns about the relationship and questioning her own behavior. Nevertheless, if the man is confident that silence is the best option, it can be an effective way to make the woman recognize her true worth. By not responding to manipulation tactics and emotional games, the man can demonstrate self-confidence in his refusal to be treated unfairly. The woman may interpret this as a display of strength and self-respect, which could lead to her valuing the man in a new and deeper way. Although silence may seem like a passive strategy, it can actually be an effective way for a man to protect his own value. Demonstrate confidence and self-respect in the face of a woman who plays with his emotions. Now, I'll answer your question about why silence has the power to unsettle a woman, providing you with 3 simple and straightforward explanations of why women don't tolerate your silence, especially those who are playing games with you. Increases neediness. When a man goes overboard trying to please a woman, the results can be counterproductive. Instead of appreciating his gestures and reciprocating them, the woman may start losing interest in spending time together. This happens because the man is constantly pursuing her, like a hamster on a wheel, which can diminish his attractiveness in her eyes. By acting needy, the man may inadvertently convey the idea that he has nothing more important in his life than her, leading to feelings of boredom or disinterest in the woman. Therefore, when the woman no longer feels the need to chase after the man and is comfortable in the relationship, it's important for him to start using the power of silence. Imagine that this woman is used to always being invited out. This eliminates any chance of her taking the initiative and proposing a date. However, if for some reason the man stops making more invitations, he automatically compels her to seek him out and suggest something because he's tired of always being the one to initiate everything. When the man chooses to remain silent, the woman begins to feel the same neediness he was experiencing. She starts wondering about the reason for his silence and becomes even more involved in the relationship. Silence acts like a magnet that attracts curiosity and attention from the woman, sparking a desire to know more and to connect on a deeper level. The power of silence lies in its ability to change the dynamics of the relationship. By no longer constantly pursuing, the man positions himself differently, demonstrating that he has his own life and other priorities. This shift in focus and attitude can be very attractive to the woman, who starts to value the man more and appreciate his presence in her life. But remember, don't try to use this tactic as a manipulation tool against the woman. Instead, it should be employed as a tool to promote balance, self-respect, and mutual attraction in the relationship. By strategically using silence, the man can create space for emotional growth and a deeper connection with the woman who is toying with his emotions. If you want to learn in depth how to master silence, I suggest you purchase the course linked in the description of this video to enhance your skills in employing silence. Causes discomfort. It's very common for men to give more than they receive in a relationship. Men often feel the need to prove that they can make things happen. However, when you transfer that responsibility to her, when you use silence and stop prioritizing her above everything else in your life, things change. Imagine that a woman likes you but always wants to control you like a puppet. She plays games and tests you, and so on. But this time, instead of desperately chasing after her, you stop, take a moment to breathe, and begin to remain silent in the face of the things she does. This causes great distress in the woman because she realizes that the things she does no longer affect the man. In simple terms, silence can be a powerful tool in a relationship. Sometimes, when words fail, silence can be more effective in conveying a message and making the other person understand how you feel or what you think. In a heated argument, silence can help both parties calm down and think clearly before speaking again. It can also be an opportunity to reflect on what has been said and find a solution to the problem. Destroys her pedestal. When a woman exercises control over her partner, she becomes the absolute center of attention in his life. He is forced to work hard to meet all her needs and desires, while she benefits from everything without making any effort herself. He chases after her, becomes desperate, suffers, and dedicates his time, energy, and money to keep her happy. However, she doesn't reciprocate or give back even half of what he offers her. However, when a man decides to step back and use the power of silence, she loses her status as the protagonist. She realizes that she is not the center of the universe and not the most important thing in her partner's life. This awakening can cause her to fall from the pedestal that he had built for her and that she had come to believe she deserved to occupy. These situations are extremely common in relationships where the man exclusively focuses on keeping the woman happy, completely forgetting about his own needs and desires. As a result, the man can lose his own significance and worth within the relationship, feeling increasingly less valuable and less relevant. Furthermore, this constant imbalance in the relationship can wear it down and lead to an early end because a healthy relationship requires commitment and dedication from both parties. It is crucial that both people are equally involved and concerned with satisfying each other's emotional, physical, and psychological needs. The man should remember that his own happiness and well-being are equally important and should not be allowed to dissolve in the effort to constantly please his partner. Shows respect. At times, silence can be a way to show respect. For example, when one member of a couple is going through a difficult time, silence can manifest as an expression of empathy and support. It's not always necessary to say something to demonstrate that we are there for the other person. However, silence can also be harmful if used as a form of punishment or manipulation. When someone decides not to speak to their partner for days or weeks, it can cause emotional harm and breed resentment in the relationship. Ultimately, the power of silence in a relationship depends on the context and the intention behind it. If used effectively and with the purpose of improving the relationship, it can become a useful tool. However, if employed to hurt or control the other person, it can be highly detrimental and lead to the deterioration of the relationship. Therefore, it's important for couples to learn to communicate effectively and use silence wisely and consciously. However, if you realize that you are being manipulated by someone, silence can be your best ally. That's all for today's video. What are you waiting for to start using silence and elevate your exclusivity? I hope this video has been very helpful to you. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any new videos. Until next time.